Will I be able to afford a home in 2026? Many Dallas homebuyers are asking this question, so I want to give you some strategies and some thoughts around affordability. One thing you may not have noticed is that interest rates have actually come down. As of 2024, they were at a high of 7%. And for some buyers, depending on their credit worthiness, we're getting even in the mid or high sevens, even into the eights. They're down closer to 6. Even some preferred buyers are getting high 5s, and you can always buy them down a little bit more. We can talk about a strategy for that if that makes sense for you. So that really changes affordability. That's 11 to 17%, I would say, in affordability. So what does that mean? That means that if you could afford a $500,000 house payment before, now you can afford a $555,000 house payment. Or you keep your price the same at $500,000 and your payment just went down by that much difference, right? 11% decrease in affordability or increase in affordability based on the decrease in interest rate. And the other thing that's happened is prices are slightly down. And in most of the DFW area, they're down about 1% over last year. If we're looking at even last summer, they're down 5 to 10% depending on the neighborhood. Now, certain price ranges are more in higher demand by buyers. Obviously, buyers that have never owned before are excited to buy, but we're seeing more and more homes in the 200, 250 to 300. We're seeing a lot of homes in the 3 to 4s. We're seeing a lot of homes in the 4 to 5s. And if you're in one of those higher price ranges, there is even more opportunity to get a deal because there's not as much competition. There's one area that we're seeing a lot of opportunity is 7 to 900. There's not as many buyers there. And so the sellers that are there that are anxious to get sold are willing to take lower prices. We're negotiating more aggressively. The other thing that can really help affordability is keeping more cash in your pocket. So whether that's being able to use the cash to do renovations on a home that maybe doesn't have quite as high of a price because it hasn't already been renovated, or that's being able to use the money to buy new things inside of your home, or to just have money to be able to afford the monthly payments, you can keep more money in your pocket if we get you into specific loan programs that allow you to put less money down. One of the myths is that you have to save 20% to buy a home. And one of the mistakes that many home buyers make is that they wait by saving that money, and then prices keep going up year over year, and they can never catch up to how high prices have gotten. So if you want to put 0, 3%, 5%, or 10% down, there are really great loan programs for that. The other thing that you can do to affect affordability is ask the seller to pay for a number of costs. So whether that's paying for closing costs or paying for the first year of insurance, paying for the title policy, paying for some of the taxes, we can have the seller pay for some of those prepaids, and that will allow you to have more cash in your pocket and also to not have to feel like you're spending as much money. It sort of feels like we're reducing the price that you're paying, but it actually affects the cash out of your pocket. So this is a great year for affordability based on pricing, based on interest rates, based on the ability to negotiate. And so I'm telling home buyers, you want to put your strategy together now so that you can get ahead of all the other home buyers that want to buy in the market in 2026. If you're thinking about buying a home anywhere in Dallas, Fort Worth, or any of the surrounding suburbs in 2026, go ahead and text us now. We can start having the conversation. We can give you some recommendations. Our number is 972-677-3991. Just send us a text, 972-677-3991, and say, I'm thinking about buying. We'll give you more info.